Hey, sorry about my hair. I didn't properly, I didn't dry it, and I also didn't really do my curls, so it's like, whatever. It's cute, it's natural, okay? And this is my grandma's shirt. Already month 3, I'm really happy that I've kept doing this because I really thought I was gonna stop after the first one, like I do with so many things, like journaling. But this actually really makes me happy to make, as in work is really draining at the moment, and so this is kind of like the only thing that I do for myself that is a little bit creative. So yeah, zero progress on my editing skills, but that's okay. And yeah, the month of March it had ups and downs. My sister came to visit, which was very nice, and I also had a 30th birthday party, which I literally repeat like 15 times throughout the video, so sorry about that. I started the month at home with my parents. I finished it in Milan for that party, and then throughout the month in London, yeah, I mean, life ups and downs. You'll see, I say that we had quite a big disagreement with Cam. That went on throughout the month. It was quite a difficult month because of that. But we're working on it, and that's just life and relationships. And yeah, one really positive thing about the month of March is that the sun finally came out. And that just felt like such a blessing, and like I think like everyone in Northern Europe, or just generally in Europe, because I think we didn't have a lot of light even in Southern Europe this year. It just felt like coming back to life. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you next month. The month started with a late night walk with Truff, except that she pooped and I didn't have any poop bags. She never usually poops on those late night walks. So I was stranded there waiting for my mom for 15 minutes because I will not pick up my poop. Well, Truff's poop. And then I tried on this dress that I hadn't worn since I was 18 for a 30th birthday party. That will be at the end of the month. You'll see some more content from that at the end of the vlog. It's themed, so I will explain later. And then I went back to London. This is the train from my house to the airport, and every time I take this route, I'm reminded of how lucky I am to be from the southeast of France. A bit random, but I just woke up and I'm looking at the Oscar winners, and I can't freaking believe that Emilia Perez got 2 Oscars, and one for the best song. Mind you, I watched the movie, I think, in October. Like literally when it came out, and because it's a French director, it came out like as early as the US, in France or in Europe. And at the end of the movie, everyone clapped in the room. And I was really like, am I insane or am I stupid? And I didn't understand, like, I mean, am I stupid? Like, did I not understand something and it's like a genius art piece? Or I thought it was the worst movie I have watched in a really long time, with the worst songs. And mind you, like, I really like musicals. This was not a musical. This was like spoken words, but like the wrong kind of it. And like, yes, Zoe Saldana is great, and like she's a great actress, but it's offensive to Mexican people. It's offensive to transgender people. It's talking about a subject that like the director has and screenwriter has nothing to do with. Like, he's a French middle-aged white man, and he's talking about a very sensitive subject for the Mexican people. It's just the worst. And I mean, I'm glad Anora gets some stuff, but I don't know. This is my flatmates. I don't condone anything that the US is ever doing, ever, pretty much. Anyway, rant over. I have a big meeting today, so I did my makeup. What do we think? So I had the longest day. So on my way back, I stopped at like a posh supermarket, M&S Food Hall, for those who know, who live in the UK. And I bought a few things to have the girliest girl dinner. So I'll show you. I got sour cherry soda, some hummus. I'm about to add some spices and some lemon to it. I always like to add things to the dips that I buy that are store-bought. Some coriander and zesty lime tortillas. And what looks like really fancy kimchi. Hopefully it's good. And for dessert, I got some fizzy pigtails, like sour candy. And I have some dal that I made yesterday that I might heat up to have something a bit more substantial, maybe. And I'm about to call my best friend and then go to bed. I've actually never tried this soda before, so let's see. Ooh, it smells like cherry candy. It's more sweet than sour. A little bit sour because it's fizzy. It's good, I like it. That was so lame. First coffee in the sun. Feels like life is worth living. Life is worth living. Are you not gonna make that face to make again?
No. I got told off.
Because we realized he always makes the same face every time I film him. I have a 30th birthday party this month, so I ordered a crown because it goes with my costume, and I wish I had videoed the whole thing. This whole box is so cute. I got it from Etsy, from this brand called LuLuLuxury Headwear. Look, it's so cute. And they have this little, it was really well wrapped, and then this, and then it has a little card. So cute. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's perfect for what I'm wearing. Second day of my periods. I took a bath midday because my cramps were bad and I thought it would soothe. And it did, but I am dead. It's fun being a woman. I'm rubbing cream on my face because you can see it's so dehydrated and irritated. This is me after seeing one proposal video on TikTok when I'm on my period. Then my sister came for the weekend for her birthday. She spent the weekend in London with me. And we went to this visionary art exhibition, kind of illusion exhibition in Canary Wharf, which honestly I would have never gone to by myself. But it was actually pretty good, and I was quite surprised, and you need to be open-minded. It was like an exhibition by Alex and Allyson Gray, who apparently are the pioneers of visionary art. And then we went to the pub to get a Pim's because she really wanted to have a Pim's in England. And then we went to Plates, which is a vegan restaurant, fancy restaurant that she really wanted to try because she's vegan. And the next day we went to the Design Museum to see the Tim Burton exhibition. Again, something I wouldn't have usually done by myself, but it was super interesting to see his original designs for all of his movies. You can see he drew on napkins, which I thought was really cute. The next day I went to the screening of this documentary on Ukrainian medics during the war, and I highly recommend it. Can you hear me? Very hard to watch, but necessary. Yeah. I've had such a tough day at work, and also me and Cam are fighting. We're not in a really good place right now. Let's be fully candid because this is a vlog anyway. That's the whole point, right? And so it's really hard to focus on anything else, and I've got so much work. And yeah, like when you have like personal problems, work is really painful. But anyway, I had a 3-hour almost long conversation with my best friend yesterday evening, and that helped a lot. And now I'm going to get my nails done. See how much they've grown. And I'm gonna do some nail art, I think, something quite simple. I'm excited, I'll show you. It's Friday evening. I was supposed to go to a birthday party of Cam's best friend, but as I told you, we had a fight. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when I've had a fight with my partner and I know that their friends know about it, I'm just very uncomfortable like hanging out with them, even though like, you know, we've talked since then and like I potentially could. I don't want him to feel uncomfortable at his best friend's birthday, and I also don't want to be uncomfortable. I think it's just strange because I know they know, you know, and obviously it's his closest friends. So yeah, so then I'm not going, but I went to yoga, and then I went to get a few groceries to make a very much of a girl dinner. And look how cute she is. Oh my god, I'm so happy. It's like a pink radicchio. I think I'm gonna grill her and maybe eat half tonight and half tomorrow morning. Or maybe I'll eat it all. I don't know. Let's see. But she's so pretty. And then I'll show you what else I got. I got Nocellara olives. And I also got Farrell olives with little chili inside them. I got those, you know how I love those dates from this brand, and this time I'm gonna try the salted caramel milk chocolate almonds. I hope they're not too sweet, but whoever is in charge of this brand, everything I've tried is delicious. I tried the Brazil nuts as well, covered in chocolate. Delicious, so well done to you. And then I got some free-range eggs, and I'm trying not to make too much noise because I noticed that when I'm speaking and moving stuff around, the noise of this is a lot louder than my voice and it's really uncomfortable. But then I bought a beautiful oily focaccia. It's gonna be a good night. This is the girl dinner situation. The focaccia, the radicchio that isn't pink anymore because I grilled it. Some olives filled with chilies, some feta, and an egg that I kind of messed up in the middle. And I am watching The Real Housewives of New Jersey from the beginning for the first time. I went to the theater to see Elektra, the classical play by Sophocles, with Brie Larson as the main role. I have to say I didn't love it. I really liked the classical play, and I just thought this was trying a bit too hard to be subversive, trying a bit too hard to be, you know, too much fluff. It was not my taste, and I thought she did well, and the cast was really good, but I don't know, not my favorite iteration of the play. And then in the evening we went to this delicious vegan Chinese restaurant called Tofu Vegan in Angel. If you've never been, I highly recommend. Everything was super delicious. We were still fighting, hence the weird mood, but the food was really great. The next day I went to visit Cam's new flat for the first time and walk around Hackney Wick with him. It's so nice to see the water. It's my favorite thing about London. And we had delicious fish and chips. You want to do the honors for the vlog?
Of course.
Open it up. Yes!
You must resist. You must resist. What will you do? What will you do?
I did a one-day Ramadan. It was organized by my company to show support for our Muslim colleagues. So this is my iftar table in the evening. It was really nice. I fasted for a day, and then the next day we had a meeting with all of our Muslim colleagues, and they explained to us what Ramadan meant to them. I'm about to go have dinner with a friend from uni, from my bachelor's, that I haven't seen in like 7 years since I graduated. How long has it been? Yeah, like 2018. It's been, yeah, it's been 7 years. That's crazy. So here's the fit check. It's giving matrix. Yeah, it's cute, no? It's like vinyl. Vinyl? No, not vinyl, vinyl. I just got a facial done. He did quite a lot of extractions, so I still look a bit red. But look at that glow. It was really, really, really good. Really amazing facialist. However, he did tell me, I thought I had these dark circles. I thought it was due to the fact that my bone structure, like here, was a bit hollow. But he did tell me there was some discoloration, and I think it's also because I rub my eyes so much, also because of allergies. So I'm gonna try some like retinol eye cream that he advised, and let's see if it makes it any better. Do you think I should wax or get rid of like this part of my eyebrow here? Because it kind of feels like it's two different eyebrows. If I brush them up, it's fine, but I never really like that. Like when they're like that, it's fine, but otherwise it just looks like there's a line of hairs under my actual eyebrow. Our first brunch in Cam's new apartment. High five, we destroyed it.
I thought you were showing your nail.
So today we're in Cam's new neighborhood, and we're gonna go explore because we don't know it at all. Where are we? Wait.
Wick.
Hackney Wick.
Yes.
We'll show you what we find if I think about filming. We started our journey at Refill Therapy, the zero waste store, which has loads of reuse and refill grocery things. It was really lovely, obviously very expensive, but lovely. And then we kept going and we found this really cute plant shop called Repot, and it's also a creative space. They have a few like things made from different artists. It was really beautiful, a lovely atmosphere. The person working in the shop was also really nice, just so cute. And look, this is one of the bowls they were selling. How incredible is that? It's handmade from this person called Ceramigal, I think. And then we continued our journey and went to this social enterprise bakery, got a blood orange cake and some coffees. It was really nice. He's really enjoying that. And then we went to check out a couple of bike repair shops because Cam is obsessed with bikes, and we walked around the canals. Look at all the bars and everyone just enjoying their time. It's such a nice neighborhood. I really like it. This is the view from the bridge. It's really lovely. I just wanted to quickly mention the 3 books that I read in March. So the first one is Le Silence des Ogres by Sandrine Roudeix, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. So it's a French book. I bought it at the airport because I had nothing to read. It's about this woman's relationship with her father, who has abandoned her when she was a child. And honestly, I thought it was okay, but a bit very slow. And I thought, in French we say ça enfonce des portes ouvertes, which means it like pushes doors that are already open. It's very cliche, and I thought it was not very... It was a bit of a stereotypical, like, daddy issues, trying to find your dad, and I understand, like, it's it's a topic for every generation and a lot of women and men, but it just didn't resonate with me, really. But I still read it. It was okay. But then the two other books that I read this month, by the way, I think there's like a color theme, which is orange throughout the month. I read Braised Pork by An Yu and Milk Fed by Melissa Broder. And I loved both. They were such great novels, and I highly recommend. This one's about a woman whose husband commits suicide, and the last thing that he leaves is like a picture of a drawn picture of a fishman, and like a man, half fish, that he drew himself. And she becomes obsessed with it, and she tries to find out where it comes from. It leads her to this village and meeting a lot of different people. It's really well written. I really loved it. And then this one, I wouldn't recommend reading if you have an eating disorder, or you have problems with food, because it talks about a woman with an eating disorder who kind of gets cured by falling in love with another woman who just loves food and is the definition of abundance. And the thing is, the woman she falls in love, they're both Jewish, but the woman she falls in love with is quite orthodox. So there's also this theme there, and it's really well written. It's very explicit sexually, but it was a fun read, and I really enjoyed it. So both recommends. I recommend both. Sorry, I am tired. It's the morning, okay? Those are my books for March. You know what time it is. I had to go to Brussels again. I'm getting really tired of that journey, I have to say, because you see it's 6:30 a.m., which means I have to wake up at 5 a.m. But I had an event at the European Parliament that I had to follow for clients. So I wanted to show you what a hearing at the European Parliament looks like in one of the hemicycles. It was a 3-hour hearing on the housing crisis in Europe. No, not the most entertaining subjects, but it was very interesting. I just wanted to show something that people don't show often, is that during hearings like this in the European Parliament or the Commission or whatever, you have these little booths with professional translators, and they're translating at the same time as things are being said in all of the European languages. And I find it so incredible and so cool that I just thought other people should know. And this is outside of the European Parliament. Democracy in action. And this is me the next day, completely knackered. Another thing that is typically Brussels is that there are so many politicians moving around the city that you often have convoys like this, and it's so annoying and so noisy and so unnecessary. See how many policemen? Anyway, rant is over. The next day I also spent at the Parliament. This is the square in front of the Parliament, and then there's the entry for people who have accreditation, and I had breakfast there, and they have little plates with the European flag on it. How cute. This is Schumann Square in front of the European Commission. I just thought it was quite scenic, so I filmed it, give a bit of oomph. And then the next day I was in the evening I was back in the train, back in the Eurostar, back to London. So don't mind all this. Today is the day we are moving. So I knew this was gonna happen. I told you this place was temporary because we are getting kicked out of the house because the person that owns the house wants to move back in. So me and my flatmates have to move. But we knew from the beginning that this was gonna happen, so I had found an alternative. It's all set. It's just always like moving is always stressful, but I've been living in my boxes for 4 months now, so it'll be good to have a place where I can settle down for a bit. I'm stressed, as you can see. But Cam is coming. We rented a van. It's Thursday night now. We have the van from 7 to 9 p.m. I don't have that much stuff, but I still have stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to move most of it tonight because we're away for the weekends, because it's one of my best friends from uni's 30th. Oh my god, it's so cute. The tree in front of my window is like full of like burgeons. It's burgeoning. Is it burgeoning? Spring thing, you know. You know what I mean. It's gonna have flowers soon. That's nice. What was I saying? Yes, so we won't be able to do much this weekend, maybe a bit more on Sunday, but the goal is to do really like 90% of it tonight. Fingers crossed we make it happen. As you can see, it's not all packed, and he's coming with the van in 2 hours. It's 5 p.m. right now. But I'm kind of hoping, because it's like a move within the city, I can kind of just throw some stuff in the van. It's only for like, I don't know, 25 minutes I'll be in the van, and then we can just take it out, and I don't know. We'll see. I'm super grateful for his help, and also grateful that I have a place to go and to live. So it'll be okay. I'll take a few snippets of it. Took us 40 minutes to pack everything in the van, 30-minute drive, hopefully less than 40 minutes to pack it back, and we need to drive back to drop off the van. Woo! Oops. We've made it 2.5 hours, and we got the van, put everything in the van, drove to the place, put everything in the place, came back and ordered Chinese food, and we're about to destroy this. And then it was the weekend, and we went to Milan for one of my best friend's 30th birthday party. She's from Milan, so she invited us there. We had a typical Italian breakfast, a cornetto with a cappuccino. Standing up. How cute is the dog? I really wanted to show Cam the city, so because he had never been. I've been several times. So we walked around the city the whole day, and by the end of the day we were absolutely exhausted, but I think it was important for him to at least see the main monuments, right? This bench made me cry. It says, "Hello Ono, we're still all together," like in memory of this person, and I thought it was very, very sweet. And we had a really nice lunch in an osteria. It was so good. I love artichokes, so both of my dishes were made of artichokes. I burnt myself, but yeah, artichoke pasta. It was really delicious, but yeah, then we were exhausted for the party. The theme is modern divine comedy, so the inspiration is Dante, who wrote the Divine Comedy, and this is the result. Oh no, there's a stain. Is this water? Is it wet?
Doesn't feel wet.
It might be my deodorant. I'm gonna wet it. Anyway, this is what can you show? No, actually, I don't know how to do this. This is the dress with a flower crown, and then this is Cam.
There wasn't any inspo for me. I just ran with it.
So obviously it's made it worse, but we're just gonna run with it because we're late. So yay! I think if I'm like this, I'll be like this all night. Hello!
Should we just both walk in like that?
Yeah.
Swallow that.
And then the next day we were hungover and he decided to eat a banana next to me, which made me nauseous the whole flight. Bye!